Hey YouTubers, this is Fran-Sez. It's a Wednesday afternoon, about 4 p.m. and I'm out on the back deck making a video. Today is October 5th and about 3 years and 3 weeks ago I started my gender therapy with a therapist back in Florida. And I saw her till about a week before I moved here to South Carolina in June 2015. And basically, after 6 months of meeting with her every 3 or 4 weeks, we got my letter documented and I got my diagnosis. And then I was sent to an endocrinologist and they took blood tests on about April 5th. So it was like a couple weeks before my birthday in 2014. Yeah, so that was 2.5 years ago. So after my baseline blood tests were taken, I increased my spironolactone dose from 25 milligrams a day to 50. And then a month later, the doctor prescribed me to go up to 100. And then we had subsequent blood tests, and then it was up to 200. So anyways, I was on spironolactone for many years because I had heart failure. And I had heart failure in June. Well, actually, I had it. I was hospitalized May 29, 2009. And anyway, so I was put on these medications, diuretic. And anyway, so basically I was on a low dose spironolactone for many years prior to getting HRT. And I'm not going to talk about all that, but basically because of my weight and the fact I was diabetic and some other medical conditions, the endocrinologist refused to put me on estrogen. So what I had to do, I had changed doctors, and I'm into natural medicine and bio nutrition, and I had a difference of opinion with this, we'll say, classical endocrinologist. And I says, well, I'm taking these certain vitamins and supplements that prevent you from having a thrombosis, deep vein thrombosis. That's the big thing, okay? Even natal women that go through postmenopausal and get put on estrogen have a risk for this blood clot thing. So I told the doctor that, I have documented evidence from another doctor on the West Coast who's been treating women with estrogen hormone replacement therapy for 25 years, and these are his recommendations. And he laughed. So I says, well, time to change doctor. So I found another doctor, and I started, and this doctor prescribed estrogen for me, and I started 2 years ago today. And I was with this bioidentical estrogen gel I rub on my arms twice a day, every 12 hours. I put it on this side and then on this side every day. So, and then I switched, and when I moved here, I got on injectables in February. So I've been on injectable estrogen since February. So that was the second month. Today's the 10th. So 8 months I've been on injecting estrogen every 2 weeks in my leg. And so I've been on estrogen replacement therapy for 2 years today. So I have a couple of other friends that are transgender and started pretty close to the same date as me. One of my dear friends, Sophie Soft is her channel, and she posted an excellent video today about her timeline and what, it was amazing. It was amazing. I can't do that. I don't have the time or the skills to make a video like she did, but I was shocked. I had never seen any pictures of her prior to her transition, and it just blew me away. But you know, life is change, okay? And being a veteran and serving my country and doing everything I was supposed to do, and I got married and everything. And you know, sometimes things just don't work out for you psychologically, physically. We all are different. And so you can be judgmental, hateful, and say hateful things, and we get that all the time in hangouts in the side chat, or you can be loving and compassionate and put yourself in somebody else's shoes, okay? Or army boots, okay? So, you know, I think we need to learn to love one another, you know. The commandment is love thy neighbor as thyself, and, you know, walk a mile in someone else's shoes. And that's the philosophy and belief I have. So, you know, I mean, I was in a hangout last night, and, you know, there's all this hostility and hate, and there's these people we call trolls just trying to stir up stuff and get people angry. Well, you know what? Why? I don't want to be exposed to that. That's not the way I think. That's not what Fran-Sez is all about, okay? I don't care if you're gay, straight, whatever, black, blue, purple, red, green. I treat everybody as a human being, and they have equal rights in my mind and heart. And, you know, if you treat me badly and stuff, I tend to forgive people, and I don't hold a grudge. But thing is, if you breach any trust that I may have put in you, well, I'm not going to like trust you again to do the same thing to me. I'm not going to put myself in jeopardy or put myself in a similar situation. Okay, so I'm going to get up, and this is my brick. I've been working out for 6 months out here, and when I started working out, I only lasted about 20 minutes. And back then, you know, these are my exercises I do. Usually I start with this exercise here, where you hang the brick as far down your back as you can, and then you go straight up with it, okay? So you're working this tricep muscle on the bottom of your arm, see? All right, now when I started doing this, I'd do maybe 20, possibly 30, I don't know. But I'm up to 50, 60 reps, okay? Okay, the next exercise I do is called a bicep curl. You lean forward, and I try to pull it. I'm trying to work in here, your shoulder and your upper arm. So, you know, I sometimes lean over. You want to isolate the muscles. You're not using your body, just using your bicep, and you do this. And I do this 50, 60, 70 times, depending on the set. Usually the first set I do 50 or 60. It's like a warm-up, okay? And I've done as many as 100 reps on like maybe the third set into the workout, okay? So that's the second exercise I do. The third exercise I do is you just hold the brick out horizontally like this and hold it. 1, 2, 3. Okay, and bring it down, and then do it again. Now, when I first started doing this exercise, I can only do about 10, okay? And now I generally do 20 reps, you know, and can do as much as 25. But, you know, I don't want, you know, you can feel it right in here, the sinews in your shoulder joint, right? Okay, and the last exercise I do is, it's like a military press, but instead of using a barbell with 2 hands on it, I'm using this, and I just go straight up, see? So you're using a different muscle than the hanging exercise, okay? So that's all you do. And, you know, you can adjust the position of the brick and how your wrist is and everything to, you know, get a different movement. So I do this 30 times the first set, then I'll do it 35 or 40. I'll push them out to the last one. And, you know, I've heard that the last 4 or 5 or 10 of them is where you get the gain. Okay, so after doing 30, your arms are getting tired, and then you inhale and you just push it up slowly. And sometimes I'll just do 5, and then I'll just breathe in and out for a minute, and then do the last 5. Okay, so that's the important thing. Okay, and the way I do this, I don't just work one arm. What I'll do is I'll do this as many times as I can, and then I switch off and work the other arm. So this arm gets a rest while I'm doing the exercise with the other arm. See? So that's what I've been doing, okay, for 6 months. So, you know, and as you progress, you know, just do the best you can when you start. And eventually, you know, you just add a couple more reps, and your arms, you know, if you eat right, your arms will develop more muscle mass, and you'll get stronger, and you can do more. Okay, it doesn't happen overnight. You know, some weeks you can't even do as good as you did the last week. Okay, so anyways, I wasn't feeling too good today because I was in a hangout last night, 11 minutes, and I didn't even feel like getting out of bed today. In fact, I didn't even get out of bed till about noon, and I finally got out and I didn't even brew coffee. I just boiled water and made some instant coffee. And then after 3 cups, I felt better, and then I came out here and I worked out from 2 o'clock till 3:22. And right now it's about 4 o'clock, so it's like within an hour when I stop. So, and I wore this. Now, I put a pink pair of shorts on to cover up my thunder thighs. And underneath, I have a bathing suit, okay, underneath this. Now, when I get up, I'll show you. But I want to show you, after 2 years on HRT, or 2.5, if you count the Spiro, you know, I've lost the weight. I've lost, in 2.5 years, I've lost about 100 pounds and converted a lot of weight to muscle, okay? So you just have to keep going. You just can't stop, okay? So I'll show you what my suit looks like. It's like a tropical print. I think I showed this to people before. I like colorful clothes. Okay. So this is me. Yesterday, Debbie Lynn and I went out to a park, and then we went to ice cream stand to have a banana split. I ain't had any ice cream in years, and it was good. So anyways, I was wearing a black dress yesterday. So that's it. So, you know, onward and upward, and you know, that we're starting to get some response from people, and possibly some connections to Nashville with Debbie Lynn's music. So that's really good. You know, I'm looking forward to that. But, you know, at my age and my health, you know, I can't climb mountains anymore. You know, it's like I have a certain routine. I have my health to consider. I get up in the morning, I have coffee, I cook the food that I'm supposed to eat for me, that I chose to improve my health, okay? And Debbie Lynn eats an entirely different diet than from me. And I cook my food, and she cooks her food, and that's the way it is. Once in a while, we'll have a community meal and whatever, and we have like all that normal American food. But, you know, hey, I'm into like making my health better, losing weight, and getting stronger. And you know, I'm not getting any younger, and I take certain supplements and superfoods and stuff like that because I want my health to improve. Okay, I think we're up to 14 minutes here. Anyways, I'm going to keep this under 15 minutes. So that's my 2-year progress report. I feel great. I feel the best I've ever done in my whole life, almost, emotionally, psychologically, and physically. I haven't felt this good in probably 20 years, over 20 years. So I'm happy with my progress, and I'll probably be in Rosie O'Kelly's mashup live chat tonight. So love y'all. See you there, and have a great week. Looking for the button. Okay, bye-bye.